Cardano. Up until the end of that year, traders largely ignored the ADA token. The cryptocurrency has increased by 1,520% since then. About the newest cryptocurrency in town, everyone was talking. Cardano wants to give cryptocurrencies a more stable and long-lasting ecosystem. But it appears to be going beyond that. Even if their popularity has increased significantly over the past few years, the majority of cryptocurrencies have had an erratic growth pattern. They are always distinguished by peaks and valleys. Additionally, scandals, breaches, and arguments that led to hard forks have given people, especially newbies to the field, a bad impression of cryptocurrencies. ADA is the only coin with a scientific ideology and research-driven methodology, according to his website. It is a third-generation cryptocurrency that aims to address scaling and infrastructure issues that were initially raised with Bitcoin, the first-generation cryptocurrency that popularized the concept of digital coins, and Ethereum, a second-generation cryptocurrency that increased the use cases for coins to include smart contracts. Crypto is the name of a crypto specialist. The owner of the coffee and crypto YouTube channel, Cardano, hasn't held back while highlighting Cardano's immense potential. He explained that Cardano had been in a similar position to Amazon in 1999. He compared them and came to the conclusion that Cardano is comparable to Amazon in terms of long-term bets. Jeff Bezos had a vision for the future when he launched Amazon on July 5, 1994, as a website that sold books. He also had a vision for the company's rapid expansion and dominance in e-commerce. Early on, Bezos and his wife were unable to use a hairdryer or a vacuum in the house without blowing a fuse because the company's servers used so much power. It did get off to a difficult start. Technology stocks are currently the subject of increased scrutiny. However, one business for whom Wall Street had significant concerns about several of the worst storms and market downturns was Amazon. Investors have benefited from Amazon's rise from a little garage operation to one of the most valuable corporations in the world. But investors needed a thick skin. When the downturn hit, dot-com companies started going under left and right, and successful ventures like Cosmo and Pets.com, which Amazon had invested in, collapsed. Month after month, Amazon stock fell, shedding more than 90% of its value in just 2 years. And this is comparable to how one of the hardest-hit assets in the most recent crash was the cryptocurrency ADA. Numerous causes have contributed to record-breaking drops in prices and values. The long-term potential of Cardano ADA is still certain, nevertheless. Due to astute management and a fortunate last-minute capital injection just before the bubble broke, Amazon survived the shocks. Even nevertheless, investments made by individuals who purchased at the height of Amazon's dot-com boom still paid well. In December 1999, a $1,000 Amazon buy would be worth $15,500. Today, when the business recovered from the devastating dot-com disaster, it scarcely paid investors back or produced a profit, but it was actively reinvesting its earnings. Additionally, throughout the 2000s, the company's stock struggled to surpass its dot-com period highs as investors battled concerns that his lack of profitability implied he also valued long-term value. The past week, Amazon found its footing. After the financial crisis of 2008, Amazon started developing into a modern business, becoming involved in almost everything that is recognized for today. The history of Amazon raises the question, does the long-term wager hold true for all investments? Of course it does, then. Cardano is also no different. Jeb believes that Cardano is the best cryptocurrency since Bitcoin. And he provided the ideal response when asked on Twitter what stops other businesses from taking same action as Cardano. Nothing. The beauty of it is that every action taken by Cardano is open source. It will be nearly impossible to duplicate it at this point. Replicating 7 years of development by thousands of people is a really difficult task. Amidst Ethereum's underwhelming performance, the host of the well-known YouTube program Coin Bureau also offered his thoughts on the future of Cardano. According to the person, a 2.3 million subscriber pseudo-anonymous crypto researcher, Cardano was experiencing an astounding boom behind the scenes. More than 50% more distinct Cardano wallets are now available. 100 additional Cardano dEPs are being developed, the number of Cardano assets has more than doubled, and numerous dApps have been implemented. This indicates that ADA is still in high demand from consumers and retail investors. Keep in mind that institutional investors appear to be a big source of ADA demand as well, said he. This assertion was made in May, when the value of ADA coins was declining. He clarified the causes of this decline, noting that the cryptocurrency asset was closely associated with Bitcoin. He continued by saying that significant selling by fintech firms also had an impact on how much ADA, IOG, Mergo, and the Cardano traded during this time. The Cardano Foundation is actively growing its teams, establishing alliances, assisting Cardano projects, and even directly purchasing crypto-related businesses to create Cardano infrastructure. Without a doubt, this will result in significant long-term growth for ADA. There is no denying, however, that the short-term price potential of how high Cardano might rise appears to be being suppressed by this selling pressure. According to the specialists, the blockchain will be used for further improvements. Given the ongoing sell pressure and the enormous market capitalization of Cardano, ADA will probably pull a 2x from here in the near future. When it comes to the long-term potential of ADA, it is entirely different. He added that Cardano's forthcoming milestones will ultimately determine how high ADA can rise in the long run. The widespread adoption of Cardano ADA has been progressing well, and numerous tactical decisions have aided in the achievement of this significant objective. On Cardano, NFT adoption is also booming. In order to increase user adoption and use cases, a blockchain solutions provider and the commercial branch of Cardano said last year that they would contribute over $100 million to the nation's Cardano DeFi ecosystem. For the Cardano ecosystem to advance DeFi, IoT solutions, and blockchain education, the Mergo will invest $100 million. When asked if anyone would like to receive investment cash, network information, or managerial help, the CEO of the company, Ken Kodama, stated, "Please contact us." He also said that in 2022, we will establish a special operation. Recent sources state that the Cardano blockchain firm announced a partnership with the KMR non-fungible token ecosystem to promote the adoption of NFTs. KMR claims to be the top Cardano NFT minting and payment infrastructure. For a fresh NFT environment, they successfully constructed a minting API. Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, outlined the significance of this partnership for his organization. KMR as they create an entire ecosystem for payment processing and minting NFTs that are open to anyone. Martin Lawrence, a well-known actor and comedian, launches his first line of no-T products using AMR's new minting API. Cardano has been in the news recently, and it has been shown that the project is still doing well because to the widespread adoption of Cardano ADA. The owner of the digital asset base Signum also added the native token for the Danos blockchain to his staking portfolio. ADA, the company's staking offerings, which are integrated with his banking platform, now include Cardano ADA in addition to Ethereum ETH Internet Computer ICP and Tezer's YTC. The Cardano-centric ecosystem of decentralized finance protocols, according to analysts released by an anonymous community-driven account of Cardano fans, has alternatives to all mainstream protocols of late summer 2020. However, Cardano dApps are independent of venture capital funding, unlike other Layer 1 platforms. Because it has a secured, Cardano investors have fallen in love with ADA and are competing with it for their money. Unquestionably, the persistent price declines of Cardano have prompted some investors to dump the coin. However, some investors clung to it like glue and predicted that they would eventually become millions. Yes, that is the question. And is this unwarranted optimism or some other kind of apparent foolishness? It may come as a shock to some, but there is a way to make $1 million with Cardano, and it is astounding that so few people are aware of it. According to Austin Hilton Cardano, a crypto specialist, ADA is a terrific investment that, in the next few years, will turn investors into billionaires. He emphasized the principle of merging and noted that specific events must take place before this possibility may materialize. He is adamant that this effort, which disregards the fact that Cardano and it are competitors in the crypto sector, will be of immense help to Cardano. Although cryptocurrencies have made some respectable recovery over the past few months, they are still a very long way from their highs of November 2021. Notably, Ether, the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin, is currently trading at nearly $1,700 after falling to as low as $876 in mid-June. The primary driver of this recovery is optimism regarding the theory of an upcoming massive project that is set to restructure the operations of the underlying blockchain. Up until now, the reputation of cryptocurrencies in general and Bitcoin in particular has been damaged. The amazing idea behind Bitcoin was to provide investors with access to a financial system without banks and with currency that is not subject to governmental regulation. It is also praised for its potential to facilitate microfinance and allow billions of individuals without bank accounts to do online transactions. But aside from being affected by the most recent meltdown, Bitcoin has started to be linked to illegal activity and environmental destruction. The dominant cryptocurrency in the industry as a whole have frequently been associated with exchange hacking, online drug trade, Ponzi scams, and money laundering. Millions of dollars have been made for investors through Bitcoin investments, but his reputation has also suffered as a result. A significant result has been that, despite the technological leap that blockchains have delivered, financial institutions have been wary about investing in the area. At the moment, Ethereum and Cardano are getting a lot of attention and making headlines. But the hypothesis was successfully introduced by the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Many think that by eliminating the environmental concerns about cryptocurrency, this will assist overcome the greatest institutional obstacle and result in a significant increase in capital streaming into the market. There may also be further benefits to Ether. Investors will receive incentives as a result of the merger in return for locking up their money for a while. Paying attention to public opinion as well as Cardano and rising prices are all examples of the bullish influence. The merger may not be a magical development, but it might help boost the reputation of cryptocurrencies like Cardano and ADA and draw institutional and retail investors, putting an end to their current battle. According to one view, Cardano's growth and price value may require catalysts. Industry professionals have been intently monitoring each development leading up to the update and projecting the audience size. I do think the markets will respond favorably after the merger. In an episode of his podcast Crypto Over Coffee earlier this year, the YouTuber and cryptocurrency analyst made this statement. With this upgrade, related altcoins can experience price increases. According to Armando Aguilar, a former digital asset strategist and independent crypto researcher, the theory that surfaced was planned for mid-September. There is a lot of buzz about the environment. Although, the hype does not correspond to the merger. Although it may be the talk of the neighborhood, there have been other improvements made as well. Due to its impending upgrade, Cardano ADA has received a good amount of attention. It will shortly experience a hard fork. And this is the biggest improvement that will bring lower-cost transactions and more network capacity to the area. The main proof-of-stake blockchain's capabilities will be greatly enhanced by the upcoming hard fork, which is also on the calendar of events. With the aid of Plutus v2 scripts, which will bring about higher throughput and improved efficiency, the upgrade will be able to improve smart contract capabilities. On the other side, reference scripts let you exchange data on the chain without needing to take any additional actions. At this stage, it's crucial to keep in mind that a hard fork may alter mining rewards or transaction costs. It can assist in closing security flaws in the protocol, introducing new features, or enhancing functionality in addition to speeding up and scaling the validation of blockchain transactions. Cardano was in for a comfortable ride with the debut of the Vessel hard fork since there will be price and value stability, which will challenge investors. On September 12, 2021, the Alonso hard fork went live, perhaps bringing much anticipated smart contract functionality to Cardano. A potential vessel has been in development for a while, and its initial release date is June 29, 2022. According to Input-Output Worldwide Technical Manager Kevin Hammond for crypto experts like Austin Hilton, it has been postponed multiple times because the objective was to get it right and not rush. The delay was required and validates Cardano's patience in bringing one of the major improvements to the cryptocurrency sector. The Shelley fork, Mary fork, and Alonzo fork were the three cardinal forks that existed prior to Vassal. The price movement of ADA was impacted by these three hard forks. However, after an upgrade, prices frequently start to decline. Alonzo and Shelley experienced this, but prices kept going up following Mary's upgrading. The Vessel hard fork can be compared, with prices increasing in early September. On September 2nd, prices were 45 cents, now they are 50 cents. This is an increase in price of 9% over a few days. Vassal, however, stands remarkable because it is the only hard fork in Cardano history to take place during a bear market. Because of this, it is challenging to forecast how prices will change following the introduction on the mainnet. Additionally, he would not mention that macroeconomic issues impacting Cardano ADA are anticipated to be rectified in the upcoming year, removing the barriers that prevent Cardano investors from receiving returns of millions of dollars. Cardano ADA was affected by a week of significant sell-offs that shook the cryptocurrency market in January. The cryptocurrency industry was also hindered by potential confrontations between Russia and Ukraine, shifting macroeconomic conditions, and unsatisfactory guidance from some well-known and growth-dependent enterprises, in addition to mounting regulatory issues. The ADA token experienced pressure as a result of the bearish momentum and the rising interest rates. There was a large number of reasons why the overall crypto market saw sell-offs, but it appears that some network-specific issues caused the price of Cardano to decline. The introduction of Sunday Swap, a decentralized trading platform, and Cardano resulted in record network utilization but raised some questions about the blockchain scalability. Unless you have lost money on cryptocurrencies, the fight against inflation by the U.S. Federal Reserve may not stop anytime soon. Yet why? By increasing interest rates, the Fed is able to carry out its monetary policy, which affects the entire economy. The Fed is clearly interested in tighter financial conditions, which include declining stock prices. This includes Bitcoin because the price of the cryptocurrency has a high correlation with the price of stocks, according to a report by Brian Overby, senior market strategist at Ally. And for cryptocurrency investors who have already suffered significant losses, that is probably depressing news. A greater sell-off of crypto assets, including Bitcoin, which is now down more than 57%, is being driven by corporate failures in a troubled global macroeconomic environment. Prices are not steady right now. The Fed is under increasing pressure to take strict action as a result of inflation going way beyond the 2% target, which could be problematic for markets like stocks and cryptocurrencies. These macroeconomic considerations have led to a pessimistic outlook for cryptocurrency's future. The majority of his tweets and videos about Cardano focus on the idea that he is about to blow up. Carmen de la has been successful in piquing investors' interest in Cardano by describing it as the safest and most scalable blockchain. We choose to focus on favorable perceptions of Cardano. Let's calculate the value of 100 Cardano ADA in 2025. ADA is just 62 times away from reaching a market cap of $1 trillion, according to Dan Garmendello Cardano, the founder of a crypto investment firm. Unlike other well-known networks like Ethereum, Cardano has consistently maintained a spot in the top 10 list of development activities on GitHub. In terms of development activities at the start of June, Cardano was superior. A year ago, Dan Garbardella supported Cardano ADA, and the most of his tweets highlighted his outburst. When Cardano first launched a year ago, many of you undoubtedly referred to it as Cardano stable currency. It is currently $2.12, up almost 18%. However, many now refer to Cardano as a stable coin. ADA's has only increased by 375% from $10. It might eventually reach $10, he suggested, though he couldn't guarantee it would. The on-chain social and fundamental insight site Sentiment, on the other hand, tweeted that there were a lot of long positions on the ADA and the Nance exchange. The movement was larger than normal, it was also added. Around this time, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, spoke to the cryptocurrency community to give an update on the Cardano project. He claimed that the majority of individuals were concerned about scalability. He said that the pad launch will deal with those problems. Hoskinson also expresses happiness at the ecosystem's action. He expressed his happiness that Cardano demand has begun to increase and thanked the community for its steadfast support. Nearing the end of the year, the ADA coin price is still well below Garmin Delo's estimated $10 value. It's astonishing to learn that the crypto analyst's position and message regarding Cardano haven't altered, nevertheless. There must be a cause for his perseverance, but what might it be? Why is he so confident in Cardano's future prospects? Garbatella explained to his 233,000 Twitter followers on August 17th why he spent so much time talking about Cardano ADA. My favorite crypto is Cardano. That is why I write so much about it. I'll let you know if it ever changes. But this is my cryptocurrency journey. I'm also not recording it. Never trust my recommendations or portfolio. Therefore, he personally performed a Twitter survey to find out what the Cardano community cared about most for the price of the ADA coin. The answers were not particularly surprising. With the Cardano poll, you'll find yourself mostly paying attention to and caring more about how he tweeted it because Cardano has the most fervent community on Twitter. The ratio of daily on-chain transaction volume and profit to loss was closely examined by sanctioned crypto analytics company Sentiment for Cardano ADA. These metrics display the total quantity of coins or tokens that moved in profit or loss for a specific asset at a given interval across all network transactions. This indicator also displays the relationship between transaction volume and profit as well as the relationship between transaction volume and loss emotion. Sentiment provided the metrics of daily on-chain transaction volume and profit to loss assets in May, and it was explained at the time that they were observing a high ratio of transactions taking place while traders are in the last positions. He recently tweeted that the percentage of transactions that resulted in a loss is at its highest level of profit-taking since the final week of March, implying that traders should exercise caution. Cardano aims to become a global social and financial operating system. Therefore, one must not undervalue its potential. Keep your FOMO at bay. However, you must first comprehend the benefits you anticipate from your investments in order to make the important choice. Two of the largest crypto assets have received warnings from a well-known crypto analyst who has a history of correctly predicting market retrenchments. The trader going by the Twitter handle Capo first warned his 485,300 followers that the scalable blockchain platform Cardano ADA might experience a significant price decline over the next weeks. The rising wedge pattern that started with a rise in late July is the main emphasis on a price chart that shows the ADA coin price swings going back to May. On August 16th, the alternative coin nearly reached the 60-cent mark. Prior to the market issues leading to the token's loss of approximately 25%, he predicted a succession of peaks and dips last week and thinks they will eventually cause Cardano to fall into the 28-cent and 30-cent level. He continued by expressing his opinions on the general bearishness of the cryptocurrency market. Every bounce offers a good chance to sell. It is wise to stay away from the market until new lows are reached. However, he claimed that Cardano is in store for great things that would rock the cryptocurrency sector as a whole. By 2025, Cardano would have set the stage for investors to receive enormous returns on their Smith investments. Due to high demand, the commission-free investment app Robinhood just added Cardano and a few more cryptocurrencies to its list. Holders of Cardano ADA can now buy and sell their Cardano holdings without paying any additional commissions or transaction costs. A huge demand for the platform to list Cardano ADA led Robinhood to confirm the listing through Twitter. Although users can sell and acquire ADA, Robinhood does not yet have a transfer feature. The most recent tweet from Robinhood states, "For some crypto assets, New York residents, Achai, and Robinhood transfers are now unavailable. Although we do not yet know when this will be ready, we'll let you know." The news did, however, encourage bullish thinking among ADA owners. Prior to a significant event, two important exchanges extended support for Cardano. The Ethereum killer altcoin zero commission exchange listed Cardano for its 23 million customers. When the most active cryptocurrency exchanges in the US added support for Cardano staking, Binance US. In the process of moving your ADA to Nance US? Now is the time to stake Cardano. Earn up to 6.1% API at launch, get paid every week, and unstick whenever you choose. Cardano is supported by two major cryptocurrency exchange sites before of its upcoming Vassal hard fork this month. That's a reliable hint, right? Long anticipated, the Vassal hard fork is expected to bring about several improvements to Cardano. As a result of the hard fork, Cardano will have increased throughput and scalability thanks to new Plutus features for blockchain, smart contracts, and the Cardano's network. The Cardano development team is dedicated to making sure that exchanges and DApp developers have enough time to update their node versions. Work on testing and integration will be finished prior to the vessel's hard fork. In 70% of the top depths that IOG has been monitoring, pre-production testing has been effective. The integration team is in contact with projects to provide support as exchanges prepare for the vessel hard fork. The announcements from Robinhood and Nance have made ADA holders more optimistic. Leading cryptocurrency exchanges, depths, and smart contracts have expressed support for the overcoming the hard fork. The crypto community has been well prepared for and is eagerly anticipating the Ethereum integration and Cardano Vassal hard fork. Additionally, as part of the final model for the Vassal upgrade, Input-Output Global is releasing two new test versions of the Deadless Wallet for developers and STOs working in the preview and pre-production testing environments, Preview 5.0.0 and Preprod 5.0.0. The Vassal hard fork is getting closer as Cardano developers work on it. The Cardano price chart was analyzed by cryptocurrency professionals in light of recent optimistic occurrences. It is becoming more popular as more exchanges come out in favor of Cardano's upcoming hard fork and list ADA-EO currency. Because utilities are used widely, there is a chance that the price of Cardano will increase. In recent weeks, analysts have maintained an optimistic stance on Cardano, and the Ethereum killer price appears set to reach a bullish objective. No matter how amazing his background and goals are, Cardano ADA works the same way as other cryptocurrencies. Its implementation has not yielded much. The foundation has complete control. If you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, the first 4 will be spent honing the axe. These are wise comments from a renowned philosopher that describe the rigorous research and development approach adopted by Cardano. Cardano was first created in 2015, and the development team spent a lot of time honing its blade. The evidence of stake has recently begun cutting down trees, which has caught the attention of nations like China. But in addition to expressing curiosity, China also disclosed a significant secret that you've probably never heard of. China has developed worldwide aspirations over the past few decades, which are increasing its influence globally. It appears that this nation and Cardano have determined comparable areas of focus. Cardano is thus currently assuming the role of an unlikely opponent. There has been a lot said about China, most of it not positive or flattering. After experiencing hardship in its position of power, China reemerges on the global scene, having learned from its past errors, and is determined to rule by all means necessary. This includes decentralized initiatives like Cardano, as China will not tolerate anyone who chooses to remain this way. China has been headed for the middle income trap for decades due to its astounding level of development. It has, however, managed to delay the fall by artificially devaluing its currency in relation to the dollar while still lamenting its inability to alter course. The problems it was facing have not been resolved, but this has given the powers that be plenty of time to plan their next course of action and take advantage of the upbeat investor sentiment. Africa is typically viewed as an underdeveloped market with enormous potential and a populace where the majority do not have bank accounts. Because of this, both China and Cardano want to increase their influence there. The conflict between Cardano and China is barely a battle. There are ideas floating around that Cardano won't be able to defeat China. For some people, the concept would be as absurd as attempting to stop a hurricane. On the other hand, Cardano and China can let Africa be influenced by and coexist with their goals, so long as Cardano is aware of who is in charge. Furthermore, while Cardano is still in the process of obtaining a seat at the table due to its continued striking of agreements with different African countries, China already has one. How far the proof-of-stake blockchain can sway the continent's many cultures is still up for debate. However, Cardano's African effort keeps gaining ground. The seed funding round for African and African blockchain entrepreneurs included participation from the ADA versus Cardano Ecosystem Accelerator. 100 million Africans are hoped to be drawn to the cryptocurrency and Web3 businesses by Africa. Core Space is evidenced by the news of his extraordinary efforts since the founding of ADA, whose activities are intended to support African crypto startups. To Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson's visits to the continent and meetings on the tour with the presidents of states, Dano's intentions for Africa are indeed serious. All signs point to Cardano having big intentions to advance technology in Africa. Cardano has links throughout Africa outside of private businesses. Hoskinson met with the presidents of Zanzibar and Burundi last year, and the blockchain parent company IOG announced a cooperation with the Ethiopian Ministry of Education. Cardano will develop a solid foothold on a continent with 1.5 billion people and secure a fair piece of its crypto market if its presence in African nations keeps expanding at this rate. Cardano ADA would unquestionably be a worthwhile investment. Africa is also overrun with hundreds of millions of individuals who lack bank accounts, reasonable credit, clear documentation of qualifications, and ownership of the land they have lived on for centuries. However, why has the central government let them down? Cardano has made it its mission to break out of this power trap and support African countries so they can not only compete with the West, but also take the world by storm in the fields of AI and high-tech robotics. Charles Hoskinson has some news for the power elites who previously chose the futures of billions of Africans in the boardrooms of the West and at the Gulf resorts where they vacation. The geopolitics of the moment or the dominance of the biggest countries over the smallest ones do not have an impact on the blockchain. The code transcends the government, thus if the government tries to move in a certain direction, they cannot, according to Cardano's vision for Africa's code. Stated Hoskinson, citing Hoskinson. When Cardano's protocols are set up, he explains things. It remains in the user's personal assets in that manner. More than 900 decentralized applications have now been deployed in the Cardano ecosystem, and there is currently more demand than supply, he continued. Individuals see an opportunity in the GovTech industry since so many people are involved. According to IO Global's Chief of Operations, John O'Connor, blockchain has demonstrated its security in our society. Concerning the manipulation of a power group, he continued by saying that its protocol is ensured to be secure as long as his native ADA holds 51% of the share. In addition to other cutting-edge ideas, cryptocurrency is held by trustworthy participants thanks to a system of random leader selection. We will make significant decisions concerning software updates, technical advancements, and finance decisions to guarantee that the blockchain remains democratic, as described in the governance system and Cardano. Cardano has lagged behind early adopters like its rival Ethereum by years in the startup world. However, they don't think that creating a Web3 world will be a sprint of 100 meters. Cardano has grown gradually, according to O'Connor, with each advancement supported by peer-reviewed research. A blockchain solution that can scale to service the full population of a country can now be supported by a blockchain that is mature enough to do so. Cardano has already come under fire from proponents of competing blockchains for dragging its feet in development for what seems like an eternity. The blockchain is only now beginning to have an influence, and Africa is seeing its first signs of fulfillment. Cardano is fully committed to keeping his pledges to Africa in spite of the criticism. Deals in the fields of healthcare and mobile technology are also on the table. Speaking of having an impact on the global digital healthcare platform, one of the factors that led to the doctor switching from the Ethereum blockchain to Cardano is the widespread use of Cardano in Africa. The acceptance of new technology across the continent is crucial to Charles Hoskinson's vision for Africa. He believes that underdeveloped nations are the best places for these kinds of inventions because there is the most demand there. Hoskinson said that large powerhouses like the US will not be where the growth in innovation comes from in a YouTube video about the challenges Africa will face. Then, if we ask, where will there be the most need for the kind of technology we develop over the next 10, 20, or 30 years, beginning in countries like the continent of Africa? Everything is on the table, including brand new payment systems, identification systems for individuals, voting systems, and property systems. Cardano is undoubtedly making a significant push that is interesting for a region that is typically ignored. Cardano might have a great shot if African folks had a say in who sat at their table. This is not fully feasible, though. Cardano's tenacity in aiding Africa translates to the dissemination of its updates and initiatives. Numerous crypto aficionados have expressed interest in the MNA Cardano vessel hard fork, which is anticipated to be one of the major crypto events in September 2022. The hard fork of the ship has experienced a variety of delays and issues. The Twitter thread created by a developer regarding the Cardano testnet being catastrophically broken was one of the issues that also contributed to the decline in the price of the ADA token. A market reversal followed as a result. However, the founder of Cardano provided some justifications, which appeared to calm the storm. The successor to Alonso, Cardano, incorporated smart contracts and had similar problems. Hoskinson stated that this improvement is the result of 6 years of arduous effort with some of the best minds in blockchain and other fields when it was eventually launched. This improvement tells the tale of 2021. For Cardano, it was the year of his life. The vessel will have more CIP mechanisms, longer UTXOS, and integration with Hydra. The hard fork CIPS proposal focuses on enhancing the functionality and usability of the Blue smart contract language. It follows that Cardano can expect huge things in the future. The Cardano blockchain and the ADA coin have amassed tremendous achievements thus far. The majority of nations and investors are hoping for more. So, I want to ask you, how sure are you about Cardano? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know. Watch our earlier videos to see how Cardano demonstrates the stake. The ADA coin and low energy usage strategy are both gaining a lot of support. It has excellent scalability. Cardano is one of the most valued cryptocurrencies, but like other assets in the market, its value has fluctuated. Does Cardano have anything to contribute that could alter the journey, and will the price of Cardano today be a reliable indicator of what it will be tomorrow? In the world of investing, the two most well-known cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, have created significant waves. Cardano is currently being viewed as an up-and-comer that is competing with the major cryptos. The future of Cardano is mostly unknown, although it is expected that the price of the ADA token will reach new highs. Cardano has established itself as the strongest rival to Ethereum, say Cardano specialists. This has gained the moniker Ethereum killer over the past year. Based on previous price action, there is no question that ADA has been a terrific investment for new and interesting investors. It's also important to note that before making the decisive move, one must comprehend Cardano's long-term performance and price expectations. Nobody can predict if investing in cryptocurrency will be lucrative. But be ready to persist with your investment through the ups and downs if you think HBase has long-term promise. Coin Bureau, a cryptocurrency expert, says that investing in ADA, which is expected to explode, is another excellent choice in addition to taking advantage of Cardano's project's milestones. It appears that investing in startup companies with a small market capitalization is popular right now, and it has a ton of promise. Cardano's ecosystem expanded to more than 100 projects during the course of 3 months, so he indicated that it will likely continue to expand. He also noted that Donald is buoyed by the great reports that result from his excellent projects. These initiatives merit investigation. The Sunday Swap, a decentralized exchange created for the Cardano blockchain, allows blockchain users to supply liquidity and establish markets for the trading of other users' narrative tokens. Swappers pay a nominal charge in exchange, and liquidity providers get a return on their investment. In addition to aspiring to become the Cardinal's top deck and a focal point for initial deck offers, or ICOs, for new Cardano initiatives, Sunday Swap is decks like Uniswap. In the future, Cardano will be a decentralized stable asset liquidity pool and asset-backed stable coin system built on Cardano. Over-collateralized with unchained Cardano native assets, the stable coin. As the Coin Bureau announced or did as the creator of Cardano, the decentralized exchange enables very capital-efficient trade between stable coins, meaning that it is conceivable to issue a US dollar stable coin named USD using ADA as collateral. Notably, technological experts from well-known businesses and blockchain initiatives like Apple, Microsoft, Jane Street, Mina Protocol, Cardano, Barclays, Jordan's Central Bank, the Plutus Pioneers Program, and the Mergo Academy are on Dr. Donna's team. It's intriguing how many things are working in Cardano's favor. Built on the Cardano blockchain utilizing smart contracts and controlled by the MIL token, MILK is a decentralized and trustless lending mechanism. It is, to put it simply, a DeFi project that enables anyone to use their crypto assets to obtain immediate cash loans and to leverage their fiat investments to increase returns. Also offered by Metal are a variety of goods, such as Metal debit cards, which can be used to open a line of credit secured by cryptocurrency investments. In addition, the crypto researchers emphasize that MT is a DeFi protocol similar to AF on Ethereum that enables lending and borrowing of tokens on Cardano. The goal of Cardinal's creators was to make it one of the top networks for decentralized applications designed to eliminate middlemen and their related expenses in industries like finance and computing. Additionally, Stanford University, an Ivy League school, and Input-Output Global, a lead Cardano developer, announced their collaboration. The Stanford IoT Research Hub will get $4.5 million in financing from the blockchain company over the following 3 years. Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of IOG and chief research scientist there, described the initiative. The event Visualize CK takes place on August 29th at Stanford's Alumni Center's Fisher Wing. The partnership was described as a logical progression in IOG's work. The company develops Cardano using a peer-reviewed methodology backed by academic research. Algae thinks that by doing this, users will be more secure and the risk associated with creating projects and apps on top of blockchain will be reduced. His peer-reviewed methodology, according to the business, guarantees more rapid growth. By combining the expertise of Stanford University researchers with IOG's industry experience, this alliance will boost its strategy. A steering group will oversee the Stanford IoT Research Hub. This organization will work together to decide on a research program, receive requests for proposals from academics and researchers seeking financing, assess the submissions, choose the best ones for their program, and evaluate the results. Charles Hoskinson praised the collaboration and its potential to further blockchain and cryptocurrency development. The Multidisciplinary Steering Council for the Stanford Research Hubs is made up of experts from the blockchain startup and the institution. David C., the professor of engineering at Stanford, said, "I am appreciative for the support during the kickoff event. The results presented will significantly increase Stanford's interest in both basic and applied blockchain research." The deadline for the first application, which concerns prospective research funding, has been set for November 2022. Input-Output became a pioneer in the blockchain industry by producing and funding fundamental and practical research thanks to this outstanding teamwork. High stakes could promote MES adoption and hence increase Cardano's value. Although it is uncertain whether ADA's market cap will rise much, one thing is certain: given that it was the first cryptocurrency to exist and has the highest market value, prices are expected to rise. In many ways, Bitcoin has always been superior to other cryptocurrencies, but now coins like Cardano are also gaining ground. Many individuals still view Bitcoin as the primary crypto asset, and they are aware that its adoption is much more widespread than that of other digital assets. Virtual currency transactions would frequently specify the use of Bitcoin. However, the existence of altcoins in the cryptocurrency industry increases rivalry for the top cryptocurrency. Cardano placed 26th out of 600 worldwide brands in a recent study on consumers' close relationships with brands. Cardano now holds the top spot among other initiatives in the cryptocurrency sector and the worldwide brand intimacy market. The Global Brand Intimacy Analysis examines how brands affect consumers and the general public's emotional ties. It was determined by comparing the report from the previous year that Cardano was only a new project in the study. Nevertheless, it emerged as a leading cryptocurrency and had the best performance among the providers of financial services. Cardano won the first spot in the report's top 10 list of industries with the best performance. However, among the brands, Bitcoin has held that position for 30 years. In response to this accomplishment, the creator of Cardano gave the initiative high marks. This demonstrates that this accomplishment is not small-minded. Hoskinson claimed that the origin of Cardano was a straightforward conviction in equality and justice for all. The network therefore promotes decentralization and marriage with these characteristics in mind. Hoskinson further noted that Cardano's functionality is independent of any one founder, culture, or country. This unpaid fee from Cardano fits well with his efforts to upgrade blockchain programmers, honing his strategies for the next vessel hard fork. Social media users have responded in a variety of ways to the Cardinal's position above well-known companies like eBay and Google. In fact, Cardinal was lauded by a Twitter user for not being the subject of an internet meme. The comment claims that the network stands out as a powerful league designed for the assembly of the big boys. It implies that Cardano is more than just a Charles Hoskinson has not been quiet since the Vassal hard fork. We have heard from Hoskinson quite a bit in the days that have followed the Vassal hard fork officially going on the mainnet. Now Cardano is the price has fallen after the Vassal hard fork. Charles Hoskinson has some things to say about that. And so do I in this video, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to bring you up to speed on where I think Cardano could be going. And the opportunities to that I think is going to be provided rather to all of those who are looking for a good entry point into Cardano. Of course, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, I am just bringing you up to speed on news and information all around the crypto space. It's up to you to make the best decision that fits your goals. Make sure you pay attention to what's going on during this bear market. Because, guys, here's the thing, during recessions, during times like this is where the most millionaires are made. There's no question about it. That's a fact. And again, when everybody's, zigging, you might want to zag right. And that's how a lot of wealthy people become wealthy. So keep that in mind. Let's jump into this article though. So Cardano's price almost hit a year low after the Vassal hard fork, as the upgrade failed to build a bullish movement. Now, a lot of that has to do with the overall markets and the overall economy globally, right across the world. Cardano is the founder of Charles Hoskinson. He believes that the Cardano network actually needs a certified wallet to improve decentralization and sync speed, so he has some things in the works. And Cardano is founder Charles Hoskinson, in a YouTube video just today, shared the Cardano wallet. According to the proposal, the algorithm could have a 10x faster synchronization time than the current wallet. He says, we hope to get rid of the notion of an official wallet altogether, and instead have a certified wallet versus non-certified. And under the certification standards, you could put functional and non-functional requirements, including benchmarking and performance requirements for user experience. It would be really cool to build some protocols to make things run faster. That was the point. So that's what he's working on right now. Behind the scenes, I want to talk more about the price of Cardano, where I think it's going, and some of the opportunities that could be provided here in the coming weeks and/or months. If we go lower in the overall crypto market, which many analysts believe we haven't hit bottom yet. Now, currently, the yearly low for Cardano is sitting at 39 cents. And I mean, obviously, I have been personally accumulating Cardano all year bits by bits in 2022. A lot of that has been acquired around 42 cents, 43 cents, give or take. Now Cardano's price has failed to build momentum after this versatile hard fork, but again, economic factors at play here. It's hard to build any momentum for any current project right now. After the Plutus V2 activation, the ADA price fell to nearly a year low of 42 cents. Again, the yearly low is around 39 cents. Historically, the price of ADA has always tumbled after every hard fork. Popular analyst Peter Brandt warned that the ADA prices formed a descending triangle currently, which indicates the price could actually drop all the way to 33 cents. Now, some may look at this as a bad thing. I look at this as a huge opportunity if it happens now. Another analyst, somebody I follow pretty closely, Michael Van de Poe, he predicts the buyer region for Cardano is sitting somewhere between 30 and 37.5 cents. The Cardano price has been trading sideways in the 42 to 55 cent range since May. Okay, which we've talked about quite a bit every time you look up. It seems like Cardano is trading at 45 cents again, right? However, let me tell you this, if Cardano drops down to 30 cents, or anywhere in the 30-cent area, I will certainly be working hard to accumulate more again, not financial advice. I'm just simply telling you where my head's at, what I'll be doing. I've been very blunt with how I feel about Cardano long term. It's my third largest holding behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. I really believe in Hoskinson and have high conviction that he will get some major things done in this industry. And I love the fact that they're solving real-world problems with blockchain technology. So we'll be watching it closely. I'm just telling you, if we break that 40-cent level, I think there will be a lot of buyers, including people who already hold a lot in the project. I think it'll be a great opportunity for so many people to create a great entry point into the project. To just my thoughts, just my opinions. Let me know what you think about it down below. As always, appreciate you guys stopping by. We're on our way to 100Ks. Subscribers, man, I'm so grateful for everybody out there for coming back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, help us get there, and I'll see you all in the next video. In the meantime, take care, keep investing, keep learning during this bear market, and I'll see you soon. Bye. The team behind Cardano is made up of a decentralized community of smart leaders, engineers, and scientists that have come together for the sake of bringing about constructive change on a worldwide scale. This classy group of individuals does not want to give up on Cardano. The ADA coin price is looking excellent in September despite the headwinds thanks to their joint efforts, but what price will it reach? The majority of the seemingly random queries concerning cryptocurrencies are linked with the desire of investors to gain a thorough understanding of the sector. A cryptocurrency's value is determined by one of them. The technology underlying cryptocurrencies frequently plays a significant role. Although censorship is quite difficult to impose on decentralized currencies, it is practically hard to just shut them down. With a focus on technology, Cardano appears to be in the lead. Cardano is a blockchain platform that enables developers to create safe and scalable applications that are powered by ADA, the platform's native coin. Cardano connects to several payment systems and combines cutting-edge technologies to offer unmatched security and sustainability. It has a reputation for being a good catch and was built on the groundbreaking Orbro proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. However, if there is a restriction from a higher authority, the technology can be viewed as frivolous. Investors were nonetheless concerned about the recession risk, especially following remarks made by Federal Reserve President James Bullard regarding another significant interest rate increase in September. If central banks maintain their aggressive behavior, this might cause the world economy to enter a recession. And under those circumstances, Cardano, ADA, and other cryptocurrencies can have serious difficulties and fall even farther. All eyes seem to be on developments in the global macroeconomy and how growth and inflation will affect the value of cryptocurrencies. VESL, a hard fork planned for Cardano, is expected to boost the network and price soar to all-time highs. In spite of expectations that inflation has peaked and growing concerns about a recession, inflation eased to a level that was around a 4-decade high last month, prompting Fed fund futures to narrowly switch their pricing to a 50 basis point hike in September after 75 basis point moves in June and July. However, Fed Chair Powell may have the final say. Additionally, most economists in the August 16th to 19th poll projected a similar half-point increase in September, which would raise the benchmark interest rate from 2.75% to 3%. Prior to this, Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated that it will probably be necessary to limit the rate of hikes as monetary policy tightens further. This declaration was made in order to give decision-makers some time to assess how the economy is being impacted by increasing borrowing costs. James Bullard, president of the St. Louis Fed, who was one of the first supporters of the central bank last year, stated that he is currently inclined to favor a third consecutive 75-point basis interest hike in September given the strength of the economy. I fail to understand why you would wish to delay interest rate rises until the following year. According to him, the Fed's benchmark overnight interest rates should be in the region of 3.75 and 4% by the end of the year, the Wall Street Journal said. The employment numbers, which have shown rapid growth in recent months, would determine the precise rate. This suggests that a split between those who want to raise rates rapidly and those who are more cautious due to potential harm to the job market and the prospect of an increase in the U.S. unemployment rate will be evident in the Fed's official remarks. Things could grow worse with this development, especially for the markets. In a more direct warning than in the past, Powell said that the Fed's prolonged tightening of credit will hurt many families and businesses because its higher rates would slow the economy and possibly result in job losses. These are the regrettable consequences of lowering inflation. In a prior high-profile address at Jackson Hole, he stated that failing to restore price stability will result in much worse suffering. Investors had hoped for an indication that the Fed could scale back its planned rises in U.S. interest rates this year. Stocks fell after Powell's speech as investors worried about the possibility of higher borrowing prices sticking around for a while, even if the Fed chair suggested that additional signals of inflation softening might not be imminent. Additionally, cryptocurrencies were not exempt. The world's largest cryptocurrency fell 4% in a single day last summer, disrupting the crypto market's otherwise uneventful week. All of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market size reported a net loss, with the exception of Cardano ADA, which is anticipating a hard fork later this month. Supporters of Ethereum have great expectations for the forthcoming merge event, which will assist to boost Ethereum. In terms of the adoption or regulation of cryptocurrencies, the previous week's news was relatively quiet. Well, after 8 years of waiting, the theory may have just come to light. Picard Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, believes that Donald's vessel hard fork is a great plus. September will see the launch of the ship hard fork. He stated that once the top 3 cryptocurrency exchanges out of the top 5 have improved their systems, it will be difficult to set a timetable before the other exchanges sense the need to upgrade and begin doing so. If you don't push them a little, it's incredibly difficult to get them to do that. Though we haven't yet crossed the finish line, everything appears to be in good shape. He spoke. Long anticipated, the vessel hard fork appears to be Cardano's trump card. Cardano and Ethereum have good opportunities in September. But in a way, it's still depressing. Following the statement of Fed Chair Jerome Powell, cryptocurrency prices started to fall again quickly. It will take some time until values stabilize. In order to properly balance supply and demand, it is necessary to use force. In order to lower inflation, prolonged growth below trend will likely be necessary. He spoke. The cryptocurrency market suffered as a result of Pauline's comments. The price of Ethereum dropped by more than 7% and that of Bitcoin by around 4% within a few hours of his remarks. Other cryptos also fell, with the Nance coin falling 5% and the slanted dip falling almost 7%. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may be used as a hedge against inflation in the digital age, according to some cryptocurrency investors. However, the market does not now appear to view these extremely volatile assets as a trustworthy store of wealth during times of economic uncertainty, according to price action and cryptocurrency prices. Cryptocurrencies have started to move in lockstep with larger markets as institutional and ordinary investors grow increasingly interested in them as investment vehicles. This is true despite the fact that cryptocurrencies are often a riskier asset type. However, investors are now looking for safer alternatives to protect themselves from the damaging effects of the Fed's monetary tightening, and guess what? They're not looking in the Bitcoin market. In addition, early adopters of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and other cryptocurrencies have profited handsomely, but the cryptocurrency market has a lengthy history of tremendous volatility, which is not what investors are looking for, as well as ambiguous market circumstances. All of his gains from August were lost when the price of Bitcoin sank to under $20,000, deepening a 70% decline from its all-time high. Cardano and other well-known cryptocurrencies may now be in for a rocky September due to a potential black swan incident. Another Fed interest rate hike and the vessel hard fork in Ethereum are exerting additional pressure on the fragile cryptocurrency market. Uncertainty in the market is being brought on by Ethereum's impending product upgrade, which is planned for mid-September and intended to be the network's successful transition from energy-intensive proof of work to the more environmentally friendly proof of stake that is also expected to reduce fees and improve transaction times. In anticipation of the Ethereum merger, market participants were optimistic at the beginning of the month. However, as August draws to a close, all indexes have fallen, and IR Asian vice president at the cryptocurrency exchange Luno noted in an email that Ethereum has underperformed in comparison to all other major cryptocurrencies. Considering this month in advance, when the next hard fork takes place, everything that has been predicted about it will come to pass, which makes the majority of analysts and market observers gloomy about Cardano and other cryptocurrencies. Cardano then has the opportunity to become known as a safe sanctuary for all. Investors are becoming anxious, and the Fed's next actions appear depressing. It's time for Cardano to improve his game and offer something fresh and novel. But what do you think about this? Please share them with us in the section below. In the following video, we'll see you. Check out our other films to see how Cardano is fulfilling its potential as the Ethereum killer in the meantime. Be careful to always click the subscribe and notification buttons. According to BitBoy, Ripple XRP will reach $25,000 tonight. The Securities and Conversation Commission (SEC) was recently recommended by U.S. Representative Brad Sherman to pursue cryptocurrency exchanges that supported Ripple's XRP coin. Nevertheless, in a recent exchange with Fox Business journalist Eleanor Tourette, Sherman made another accusation against the token. Thanks for visiting the XRP News today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Do you believe that the XRP analysts are correct? Enter the solutions in the comments to win 500 XRP. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins at the end of the week. Check out the directions in the comments. XRP is all that is required to be written. Be sure to finish the video in order to like and subscribe. The well-known YouTuber Ben Armstrong, often known as the BitBoy Crypto, shared his thoughts on the factors driving the price of XRP. XRP is expanding for a number of reasons, according to Armstrong's tweet from yesterday. Armstrong added that Ripple enthusiasts are now confident that the worst-case scenario that Ripple could face if it loses the lawsuit is a fine rather than a complete ban on working in the United States. He believes that the main reason for the growth of XRP over the past week was that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) abandoned its attempts to prove that the token is a security. For a number of factors, XRP is increasing. The Ripple community can be very certain that the worst-case scenario is now a fine, he said. DTNS attorney's reaction because the SEC actually gave up this week trying to establish that XRP is a security. However, if I had to select out one, the YouTuber's tweet sparked a response from several Ripple community members, including attorney John Deaton, who represents the XRP owners in court. He claimed that the SEC stopped relying on one of its experts who sought to demonstrate that XRP investors anticipated making a profit when purchasing the cryptocurrency as part of a joint venture and referred the matter to an investment contract. He further said that the SEC has withdrawn this assertion. This was the only proof, however, that the selling of XRP on secondary markets qualified as the sale of securities. As I mentioned earlier, the SEC made the decision not to rely on the expert they had who was attempting to determine what #XRP holders relied on in order to acquire #XRP, but they gave up utilizing that expert because we took action. The last-ditch effort it had to demonstrate that the secondary market #XRP is a security failed. It is also noteworthy that XRP started to increase after Ripple and the SEC submitted their petitions for a summary judgment, which indicates that the trial's conclusion may be closer than anticipated. Additionally, the Commission may not be able to establish that XRP is a security, and the author thinks the SEC has acknowledged that the XRP holders have no legal or financial claims against Ripple and that Ripple means nothing to them. Ripple is therefore not a joint venture. The XRP ledger itself is the answer. The SEC acknowledged that holders of #XRP have no legal or financial claims against Ripple the firm or Ripple itself. Therefore, Ripple cannot be the common enterprise as claimed in the complaint. The SEC specialists claimed that the Securities and Exchange Commission's proposal to request more pages and time to reply to further in my KY Curie Ripple objected to the XRP ecosystem. Briefs in the ongoing litigation opposed the SEC's assertion that it will ask for more time if other curious parties file summaries. And since this is another clear attempt to further stall the review of this case, the court ought to reject it. The Chamber of Digital Commerce's request to submit an amicus curiae brief in the litigation was denied, the SEC stated, adding that it does not take a stance on the matter. The SEC warned that it would take more time and pages to respond to the amicus briefs if attorney John Deaton also submitted his own and amicus curiae papers. The blockchain startup is clearly opposed to the SEC's recommendation that it will require more time and pages to object to further summaries and unexpectedly for everyone, even though Ripple does not object to the Chamber of Digital Commerce's request to file an amicus brief. Over the weekend, requests for summary judgment were publicly filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Nevertheless, they weren't anticipated until today, September 19, 2022. The request for summary judgment was submitted by Ripple Labs, Brad Garland House, and Chris Larson in response to breaking news that the SEC had filed a motion for summary judgment. In the Southern District of New York, the petition was submitted separately by the parties. And the SEC based its defense on the idea that purchasing XRP as part of a joint venture converts the cryptocurrency into an investment contract that should be subject to U.S. securities regulations. The SEC also discovered that Ripple convinced many investors to purchase XRP by promising them big rewards in the future, suggesting that the cryptocurrency is a security. The defendants, Chris Larson and Brad Garland House, argued that there was no agreement, making it impossible for regulators to demonstrate that buyers of XRP relied on the company to assist them turn a profit. Additionally, token holders typically profit from the asset due to supply and demand, said Ripple's attorneys. Accordingly, XRP holders are not entitled to receive earnings from Ripple. Additionally, if the business is not making money from XRP, they cannot charge it with any violations. Executives of Ripple added to Ripple and case watchers have already voiced their opinions on the petitions submitted. Garland House, CEO of Ripple, asserts that it is clear the SEC is not interested in implementing the law in this situation and that their desire to start over in an unacceptable effort to extend their authority well beyond what has been granted to them by the Congress. The SEC's papers from today demonstrate their lack of interest in upholding the law and their illegal attempt to expand their jurisdiction far beyond the limits set by Congress. Stuart Alder is the general counsel for Ripple. Also reacted to the findings, stating that despite 2 years of litigation, the SEC has yet to identify any investment contracts. The Supreme Court's Howey test cannot be met by the SEC in any way. All other information is noise. Alderan. It was ad. Finally, the day has here. You can see a copy of our motion for summary judgment here. The Securities and Exchange Commission is now in serious difficulty, according to attorney Jeremy Hogan, a partner at the legal firm Hogan, following the filing of a recent request for summary judgment. I've just read the summary, and I can see that the SEC has a few serious issues. One of her experts concurs that market forces, not Ripple, are mostly responsible for price movements in XRP. The Securities and Exchange Commission has the onus of proving everything in this case, thus the fact that it has not noted that any XRP buyers have heard Ripple's purported marketing spiel is a major issue. I just read the papers, and the SEC has a few significant issues. I'll see the video tomorrow. 1. All of its experts concur that market forces, not Ripple, are primarily responsible for variations in the price of XRP. Ouch. Concessions of this nature are ideal for summary judgment. The summary of objections are anticipated to come by October 18th, and Ripple has over a month to file an objection to this round of petitions. By November 15th, when all briefings will have been finished and the court will be awaiting the tourist's ultimate judgment, it is anticipated that the answers to these questions will be received. According to James K. Feeling, earlier Judge Torres will rule on the expert petitions and the decision and summary procedures and the current price of XRP on March 31, 2023. You can see yourself on the screens for today, and the total trading volume for the past 24 hours is $1,294,436,065. Additionally, we continuously update our XRP pricing in US dollars. In the past 24 hours, XRP has decreased by 4%. Do you believe XRP will succeed in court and recover its previous value? Answers should be posted in the comments. It's all done for today. We appreciate your commitment to finishing the video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. XRP News Today will give you more videos every day. Hello everyone, how you doing? Before starting, please comment and win 1000 ADA coin. It is clear that the technology behind Cardano is developing when we pay less attention to the challenges and drawbacks that surround it. Cardano has the capacity to generate long-term value for investors. The fact that some cryptocurrency portfolios still don't include the important cryptocurrency Cardano ADA is extremely shocking. Let's look at why holding just 1,000 Cardano ADA will fundamentally alter your life. After 10 years, cryptocurrencies and crypto projects have gotten better and better. There are a number of blockchains with wide applications that portray the market as a beautiful site for end customers to visit. When compared to more well-known currencies and commodities, the value of cryptocurrencies can generally be more erratic. This is explained by the fact that its market is very limited, which suggests that a smaller sum of money can have a bigger impact on cryptocurrency pricing. The narrative centers on individuals who made millions during a crypto in addition to stories of people losing everything during downswings. Upswings frequently make the news. Similar to any market, the value of cryptocurrencies fluctuates dependent on the perception of their value at any particular time. These variations may be caused by unobserved market forces or by any combination of supply and demand factors. There have been a number of high-potential cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks creating waves in the business, one of which is Cardano. As a crypto investor, how do you proceed with the third-generation coin Cardano ADA? Cardano and the well-known Ethereum both function as blockchain networks with smart contract features. Of course, one of the most significant improvements over blockchain networks like Bitcoin is Ethereum. Although Ethereum was the first blockchain network of its sort and its ideas were revolutionary, much like Bitcoin, it has major flaws that have allowed Cardano and other competitors to challenge Ethereum's hegemony. While Ethereum's technology was excellent when it was initially developed, one of its main problems is that it is not highly scalable. However, Cardano was designed from the beginning to be much more scalable. Due to its 2 layers, the Cardano network has the potential to be substantially faster. Using a settlement layer that is integrated into a computational layer, unrestricted scalability and rapid transactions are made possible with Cardano. Investors believe Cardano has a great opportunity to keep rising because this potential has ultimately resulted to many more transactions per second and cheaper transaction costs. If investing in 1,000 Cardano can give you wealth that will change your life, it must demonstrate that it can yield superior returns than Ethereum. It might also ultimately result in Ethereum being flipped out of its position. One of the best cryptocurrency investments you can make right now is Cardano, without a doubt. However, it is not the only contender striving to unseat Ethereum as the leader. Cardano is unquestionably worth taking into account if you're looking for a long-term investment that will bring you wealth that will change your life. Cardano, like many other cryptocurrencies on this market, is vying for users and acceptance in order to increase its value. And when you invest, you anticipate that the digital currency or currencies will appreciate in value and bring you some cash. Cardano has a probability of achieving $1 trillion market cap, but whether or not it does so will rely on historical indicators and passing time. Looking into the coin's past, ADA's record-breaking lows were reached on October 1, 2017. Coins cost $17,000 at the time. Is there any chance for this then? The ADA coin hasn't exactly taken off, but analysts think it's one of the finest ones to hold right now. It is one of the quickest blockchains and uses very little energy, making it eco-friendly. Cardano is progressively winning over significant institutions with use cases, planned collaborations, and new planned developments. By 2025, there is a very strong likelihood that this coin's value will increase, bringing its market capitalization to $1 trillion. Additionally, Cardano is still anticipating a few updates to its system over the next few years. The market capitalization of this cryptocurrency may increase dramatically if all of these upgrades are effective. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, explains in an interview why he thinks Cardano will reach $1 trillion market cap. The emphasis on research is one of the key characteristics of Cardano's development method. When Cardano was just getting started, there was a new generation of what Hoskinson coins dubbed science, including Algorand, EVA, and Stark. At the time, this strategy was utterly unconventional. The strategy has received criticism for being too academically focused and slow up to now, but husting simple believes that it will enable Cardano to flourish in the future. As a result, I make two different points about tomorrow in my argument for academic rigor. We should have protocols that scale to billions of people by tomorrow. And at this time, there are no protocols in existence that would enable us to do that. Therefore, they only need to be designed. After 5, 10, or 15 years, who will have thought of the protocols? Will we always have this brilliant founder around? No, he insisted, the founder of Cardano, believing that the cryptocurrency market will continue to develop unrestricted. Cardano will be in a position to profit the most from it if all other things come into alignment. Additionally, that could be a nice opportunity to catch Donald to gain some momentum and climb above it. Ethereum is indeed undergoing significant improvements to make it more safe, scalable, and long-lasting. The second largest cryptocurrency was the first to launch the crucial smart contract technology that enabled programmers to create other applications and cryptos on its network, but it continues to experience problems with high gas costs and network congestion. The theory that first surfaced generated a great deal of interest, but it has been failing to take off for a while now. Ethereum is by far the most popular cryptocurrency in terms of the number of applications that have been developed for its network and the quantity of money that is stored there. It has, however, lost a significant amount of market share recently as investors and developers turn to its less expensive and crowded rivals. If the merging is not released soon, this scenario will persist. In reality, the Ethereum core development team held a discussion about the difficulty bomb, one of the primary catalysts in the eagerly anticipated merge, 2 months ago, and they suggested delaying it until August. Since 2017, the bomb's detonation has been postponed 6 times. Veteran Ethereum developer Preston Van Loon shares that the integration appears to start in August, despite numerous failed promises regarding the timing of the transfer to proof of concept. If everything goes as planned, a huge chance for Cardano to excel will arise when Ethereum increasingly loses its strengths. Cardano, too, has not had a happy journey. It was first rumored to have a multi-chain network, which was a big development in and of itself. However, a number of competitors also have numerous chains, so Cardano still faces fierce competition. To call Cardano a slow burn would be an understatement. It was also one of the worst questions we were asked after the most recent crypto meltdown. Even while it was initially predicted that the blockchain would live up to seeing its first smart contracts, when they actually did, they appeared to be bucky. The good news is that Cardano has worked hard to become an investment that is worthy of your time by learning from his mistakes over the years. You should give Cardano your full focus. Investing in the cryptocurrency market. It still has a long way to go before reaching its full potential in terms of pricing, use case, and value. So many people have criticized Cardano, and the most of them fall into the category of those who still do not understand how slowly but steadily it has grown. Some of them have suffered significant financial losses or are angry that Charles Hoskinson and the neighborhood don't do much to boost the price. In the midst of the Cardano criticism, investors have been promised by Charles Hoskinson that they will soon become millions. Even while he seems more interested in learning more about Cardano's potential and utility, he takes his claim very seriously. However, a lot of investors simply want to get to the bottom line. They view their investment as a chance to make quick money, but Cardano offers more than just financial advantages. But what do you think about this? Let's have them in the comment area below then, shall we? We'll see you in the upcoming video as usual. Check out our other movies to see how Cardano is living up to the promise of being the Ethereum Slayer in the meanwhile. Be careful to always click the subscribe and notification buttons. In today's video, you will learn about the reasons why Cardano is due for an explosion and when the explosion will take place. Cryptocurrencies are notoriously difficult to value since their industry is quite new. The only way to make reasonable estimate for the ADA coin price is to compare its market cap with other cryptocurrencies with the number of mind-blowing and attractive upgrades that are coming to it. It is believed that Cardano ADA will return to its position as one of the top 3 cryptocurrencies by market cap. While the other bear scare is slowly waning, investors have been exploring the developmental aspects of crypto. The community has a lot to look forward to, such as Ethereum's huge transition into a proof-of-stake protocol, Shiba Inu news game launch, and of course, Cardano's much-awaited Vessel hard fork. The highly anticipated Vessel hard fork would not launch without initiating a bullish change in the network. The hard fork will definitely birth an explosion for Cardano ADA. The Cardano network was supposed to undergoing network upgrade in the form of a hard fork in June this year, but the event was postponed and is yet to happen. Part of the third development epoch of Cardano Vessel is an important network upgrade aimed at improving the network's usability and scalability. It is set to introduce 5 critical mechanisms designed to improve the performance of the Cardano blockchain. So further ado, let's find out more about them. With CIP31, also known as reference inputs, Cardano aims to bring a new kind of input that will allow looking at an output without spinning it. The focus of this is to facilitate further access to information that is stored on the network without being disturbed by the charm associated with both spinning and recreating UTXOs and line datums. Or CIP32 aims to enable datums to be attached to outputs instead of datum hashes. The purpose is to provide for quicker and simple communication of data values between the users. In terms of use cases, the Cardano developers expect many DApp developers to use this feature because it will simplify the overall state of their system substantially. Then, CIP33 aims to allow reference scripts to be attached to outputs while also enabling the scripts to be attached to scripts used to satisfy script requirements through the validation process, rather than requiring the spinning transactions to do so. Moving on to the CIP40. A brand new type of output to transactions called collateral outputs is embedded there. It will improve the overall scalability of the network. Cardano is Consensus Layer 2 scaling solution, also known as diffusion. Pipelining aims to overlay some of the steps that block needs to go through as it moves across a chain in an attempt to enable them to happen concurrently. This is quite thrilling that all these amazing mechanisms are bound to occur once the upgrade goes live on the mainnet. It will certainly influence the ADA coin price. The major upgrade was initially intended to go live once again, as we said, on the mainnet of June of 2022. However, it has been delayed a few times. The proposal itself was submitted on June 28, 2022. We are delighted to report that in the last few minutes, we have submitted an updated proposal to hard fork the Cardano testnet and commenced the countdown for the Vessel maintenance upgrade. IOHK tweeted on June 28th. However, on June 29th, the Vessel hard fork experienced another delay. Back then, the IOHK technical manager Kevin Hammond said, "From where we are, there could be a few more weeks before we get to the actual Vessel hard fork." This is incredibly important. All users must be ready to progress through the hard fork to ensure a smooth process. The Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson had explained the reasons for the delay. According to him, the delay was caused by problems detected in the code and the time needed to adequately test the upgrade. In a tweet, a crypto expert and trader Dan Cardillo expressed his opinions on the Vessel hard fork. For him, the hard fork is taking place during a bear market, since projects on the network would need a strong launchpad ready before the bull market. This may historically result in optimum timing for ADA. The fact that Cardano Vessel hard fork is happening in a bear market may historically turn out to be one of the best timing of events in the history of ADA. Nothing better than having a solid launchpad prepared before a bull market. According to Cardano's weekly development report, the Vessel testnet is hosting Marlowe contracts. The Daedalus team revealed that 1065 applications were being developed for the Cardano network and that 93 projects were already running on it. The team also published a wallet version for the new testing settings. The total value looked measured like market cap for the Ethereum killer increased to 83 million. Also, the major news about Cardano that can be found on the internet right now is developments related to the vessel hard fork, and the Rosetta upgrade is the newest addition to take. To network forward on August 16th, the Cardano Rosetta 1.8.0 upgrade was released. It is considered the GitHub description which will support the upcoming vessel protocol upgrade. Considering the explanations offered by the Cardano network was it as a set of tools that simplify the process of integrating with Cardano so that developers can build once and integrate their blockchain everywhere. The release of the vessel hard fork date has not yet been announced. However, the updates related to the hard fork are the ones giving investors some positive motivation to hold on to the coin. However, many people believe that vessel may not sugar rally. Notably, the implications of the upgrade will not be seen immediately. However, ADA holders and whales are all hyped up. The whales elation is visible in their holdings. Recently, the Cardano development team said that the vessel hard fork is almost here and developers are working to bring it to the main net. The team at IOG along with Cardano, Stifton and the Water Cardano technical community continue to work together to bring the vessel upgrade to the Cardano mainnet. According to IOHK, 40% of the stake pool operators are now running the version 1.35.3